Got a great show coming for you today. I'm in Florida chasing these big Florida giant bass. I got a guest with me today that everybody wants to get in a boat with, and I'm excited about it. I'm Jason Lambert, and the Bass Doctor starts right now.
Dude, that's a big one. That's
Look
how
at
they're
that.
supposed to eat that.
Oh yeah, Jerky J, swim bait.
Look at the head on her.
Love it. Big and choked it all the way down. Let's catch another one.
The Bass Doctor is sponsored by Castella, the original swim bait company, American Tackle Company, Reaction Strike, #1 in swim baits, Bulldog Rods, tough as a dog, that ain't no bull, Vicious Fishing, Duck It Fishing, Procure Bait Sense, Power Pole Shallow Water Anchor, Adventure Products, makers of the Ego S2 Slider, Garmin, Fish Hard, Stormer, V&M, give the fish what they really want, TH Marine, and Backstabber Lures, catch them where it counts.
I'm in Florida with my man, the one, the only, the infamous Mr. JT Kenney.
What's up, buddy? Good
Let's
to see
go
you,
catch
man.
him, man. We're gonna have some fun, we're gonna catch some fish, but I promise you, it's gonna be entertaining to watch. Come on, go with us. Got one of them to bite it.
Somebody jumped up there and bit it.
Yeah. I don't know what he's got me in. Giant.
Look.
Oh my gosh.
Look how cute.
Hey, get the net.
That's what we come to Florida for right there, boys.
He will eat a swim bait, but he's a pretty little fella. I got my fish catch for the show.
Caught one 10-incher, you're gonna make me put a swim bait on. Come on out in the middle.
You always hear about all the big giants, and they are great big ones here, but man, there's a bunch of that size fish too.
Oh yeah,
The
you know,
males.
if you look at, at these big tournaments and stuff we have down here, yeah, the guys that win will have great big ones, but in reality, I mean, guys that do decent in the tournament, you come in with 15 pounds a day, and you'll do pretty good.
Right.
It's funny, like up north when you catch 20 pounds, you have 5 4-pounders.
Right.
Down here when you catch 20 pounds, you rarely have, I think in all the times I've had 20 pounds down here, I don't think I've ever had 5 4-pounders,
Right.
ever. You have like an 8 and a 6
Right.
and a couple of keepers,
Back in March, it seems like you won a little small tournament over on Toho. Paid like 125 grand or something like that, but
Yeah,
as
yeah,
I
that
recall,
was,
now the first day though, you didn't have 20 pounds, you had 30 pounds.
right. Yeah, that was obviously a pretty fun deal. That first day I had 30 pounds, I knew, honestly, I mean, I had so many that I had marked that I kind of knew I was gonna have 30 or so, but I didn't think I was gonna do it in an hour and a half. I mean, and when things are right, that's what you can do down here. Now, it's not like that all the time.
Right.
But, when everything lines up, you can do that. And that tournament, dude, that was just kind of a perfect storm for fish being on the beds. It was hot, full moon. I mean, everything kind of just came together, to have a really great spawning tournament.
A lot of people, when they hear you talking about spawn fishing, they immediately think you're sight fishing all those fish. And Toho and Kissimmee especially, those fish, a lot of those fish spawn inside those pads and you can't see them. You just got to fish for them. They're on the bed,
Oh,
but
yeah.
you're not necessarily looking at them.
No, none of them did I see them. They were all just, you knew where they were, what the kind of stuff they spawned beside. And it's not just pads. I mean, you catch them around arrowheads.
Oh yeah, and reed heads.
And reed heads, yeah. And, little, I call them twosies and threesies. There'll just be 2 or 3 little reeds sticking up.
Right.
Out there by themselves. That's a really good, really good deal. And, And when I go around and do that stuff, I don't ever have a hook in, in practice. I just have a bait, on a hitchhiker and throw up by that stuff. And when one bites it, I let him have it a little bit, and then I just kind of reel into him, and you can get a pretty good idea how big the fish is.
It's funny, people sometimes don't understand. People don't understand what you say when you say you can pull those fish, but
Might have run into a few here, huh?
yeah, you can take a hook off and literally catch those fish, bring them to where you can see them.
There he is, that's a good one.
That's a real good one. We ain't caught nothing, now we're on a double.
He missed it once, I come back and got him again.
I don't want to get a hook.
Right? That's a little better. Not a giant Florida fish, but a little better one. That's a little better one right there.
Heck, that fish is well over 3 pounds.
Yeah, that's a decent one.
Good top water, morning fish.
Oh yeah, nice on the top water. Good times.
Pulled him out of the cabbage.
Let's get us another.
All right, JP, we got started. You said we was gonna catch a few this morning on top, so
Oh yeah.
it's happening. We'll be all right. Today we're using basically 3 different baits. We're using 2 different swim baits and a top water. We're using this new bait from Reaction Strike. It's the Chunky Shad. We're also using a Jerky J 5-inch swim. Rigging both of those weedless, just basically a little Texas rig with a hook buried so we don't get caught up in this grass. The top water is a BDT 120. It's a Boyd Duckett series. It's new for this season. It's a walking bait. It's got a little spitting mouth on it, so it's a pretty cool little bait. The line we're using is 20-pound vicious fluorocarbon. The rod is a 7.6 Bulldog heavy action. And we're using a Duckett series RB 360, 7-to-1 gear ratio on this casting reel. Again, something that's fast enough that you can get caught up with those fish in that grass and get them out.
Castaic, the company that invented the swim bait lure category, introduces the most lifelike series of fishing lures on the market today. With jointed, paddle tail, and straight body designs, Castaic has it all. Castaic lures will entice the most stubborn fish to bite. Available in an array of sizes, shapes, and a multitude of colors, Castaic has the perfect lifelike lure for the job. So if you're ready to get your hands wet, pick up a Castaic lure today.
Introducing the microwave line control system by American Tackle, the most efficient casting system on the planet. It uses the latest in line guide technology to improve accuracy and add distance to each cast. A 2-stage conical design primary guide captures and controls fishing line to straighten coils, reducing friction and maintaining line speed during the cast. It's so effective that it requires less energy to deliver the smoothest, most accurate long-distance casts possible.
Bulldog rods feature a series of 12 rods designed by the best of the best in the industry. All the tools a serious bass fisherman would ever need. Whether you're a touring pro or a weekend warrior, these rods are for you. Each blank features Japanese Toray carbon fiber and gives these rods incredible feel, lightness, and power. With a no questions asked warranty, unmatched look, durability, and sensitivity that has to be felt to be believed, they are priced to sell, built to last. Bulldog rods, tough as a dog, that's no bull.
Closed captioning brought to you by Procure Bait Sense.
Look here. Little guy.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Giant.
You need some help with that?
Got him. Another one coming on.
Oh, like I said, we've got this year's class right here figured out.
About time you catch one.
All the Florida strand fish, it doesn't matter which lake you're on, even you can be up in, Seminole or some of these places that have the Florida strands. It doesn't matter how high the water gets, as far back as they can go, it seems to be where they always go.
During the spawn, it seems like they like 2.5 to 3 feet of water. And that's what they want to be in, and that's where they're going.
You come into an area or you get behind a wad of reeds or something, and you don't really realize that if you go back another 100 feet, that water will clear up a lot of times. That grass filters that out.
That's exactly.
And you can just, I just missed one, but you can just keep going and going and going. and you'll find some clear water eventually if there's enough water back there for it to clear up.
The only problem I run into with that scenario is I don't catch a lot of great big ones when you get way back in that stuff. You know what I mean? It seems like, you know, those 2 and 3 pounders and maybe some 4 pounders will go back in there, but it just doesn't seem like those big bunches, you know, big schools of big ones will go way back in there. Those big ones are, you know, they're gonna stay kind of more towards that outside edge.
We might have something a little better here, I don't know.
Did you wrestle into something?
He ain't much better. He just had me, hit me way out there. It's a little better.
Yeah.
I said, I'm not counting or anything, but I think you're way behind. That's a little better fish there.
Yeah, that's definitely better.
He got it too. Reaction strike, chunky shad. Florida strand, 3, 3 1/4.
Something like, yeah.
3 1/2 maybe.
Decent little fish.
Yeah, we'll take them all day.
Did you finally harness him?
I harnessed him that time. If I can just get him over here to us.
Finally hooked one, look.
That's a crappie. It's about a 4-pound crappie. Let's just drag him on in there. Hey, you weren't kidding. There are 4 or 5 that live in this lake.
Yeah, there's a couple. Where are you getting them bites? Right over there?
Right there where you just threw.
Okay, gotcha.
That's a solid fish. Looks like something's trying to eat him.
There's alligators in here.
See them teeth marks down its side?
Oh yeah.
Cool deal. It's fun, man.
Ain't a bad one.
That's a pretty good one.
He's about to give up. That's all he had in him. 3 really hard pulls. Now he just give up. Hey, he got me. I give up. That's a nice one. It's over 4.
Oh yeah, Jerky J, swim bait. Pretty good fish. I mean, it's a 4+ pounder.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Went to the swim bait. You know, we're getting some bites on top water, but this, you know, this will come through the grass really good too. And you know, it's got a little belly hook on it, and it seems to be working pretty well.
One thing I noticed, JT, you're throwing that belly weight, the screw lock with the belly weight underneath it. I'm actually throwing just like a Texas rig, just pegging a small weight. That's just a worm hook, but you can fish it either way. I'm just fishing it weedless so it'll come through that grass, and you're throwing the belly weight. My weight's just on the nose, yours is on the belly, but there's a lot of different ways to fish these swim baits.
Seems to be a lot of topwater activity out through here. I'm gonna pick up the old topwater again. The sun's getting a little high, but dude, that's a big
I
one.
see what it is now. It's not the top water. You've got me big hold.
I don't know what I got, but he's wiggling. he's wiggling. He's in a bunch of grass. He's wiggling.
It's probably a gar.
He just sucked it down like that other one did.
Yeah. That's what's so funny about it. Some of them will just come up and crush it, and some of them just...
There's a bass in there.
Oh, I
see
see
it.
head. But some of them come up and crush it, and some of them just suck it, and it's just, you want me to get him?
That's a pretty decent one too.
I don't want a handful
Handful of hook.
hooks, if I can help it.
Now that fish didn't bust that thing or nothing.
Yeah.
It just was.
I mean, that's a good solid tournament fish, dude. That's not a little bitty guy like I've been catching this morning. Pretty fish.
Well, I couldn't take you to my hole and let you catch the big ones on me, I had to take you over there to that other place and let you get warmed up before I brought you over here where the big ones are.
If you'll notice those power poles, he's got them down. He's got me back here in the back so he can fan cast out front. I see how this is working out.
Duh.
You got it dialed in that these fish are wanting that small XRM. Yeah, nice.
That's a stud right there.
Shallow running jerkbait called an XRM 100. It's a reaction strike jerkbait. Hey, that's a nice fish for sure. Nice fish.
Whether it's catching a $100,000 fish or missing the cut by an ounce, your days are defined by the memories you make. It's these moments, vicious moments, that you will remember. Vicious. You define it.
Swivels are designed to eliminate line twists or are used to tie one line to another, but we forget that fish may notice a swivel, especially if it shines. Not Invisiswivel. Made of fluorocarbon, Invisiswivel virtually disappears underwater, so it won't spook fish. Invisiswivel is super strong, can't rust, and is neutrally buoyant, so it won't cause drag. You'll catch more fish in fresh or salt water. Invisiswivel, the clear choice.
Hey folks, ICAST 2015. We're here in the JL Marine Systems booth. Got Mr. Dan Benson here with us. He's going to tell us all about their products for 2016. What you got for us?
Well, the first time at ICAST, we've got every single power pole model that we have on display right here in our booth. Starting with our 2013 Best in Show winner, the micro anchor, built for john boats, canoes, kayaks, weighs only 7 pounds, starting at $595. Stops a boat up to 1,500 pounds. From there, we jump up to our Sportsman 2, the first one in our hydraulic series of anchors. Of course, they all come with the wireless dash switch, the wireless remote. Every one of our hydraulic anchors stops a boat up to 4,500 pounds, 28 foot long. That's one anchor. After we go from our Sportsman 2, which is a matte black anodized pole, we jump up to our Pro Series, the tried and true, the one you've seen on every Redfish Tournament Pro guide boat for the past 16 years. When you jump up to the Pro, you get our 5-layer marine powder-coated finish, white or black in color choices. Then we come to a series that not a lot of people know we offer. If you take a look at this little guy, 4-foot power pole, 6-foot power pole, what's the purpose of this? All the extremely lightweight carbon Kevlar skiffs that are trying to achieve the lightest draft, the best hole shot. They don't want any amount of weight to affect the way the boat performs. These anchors weigh in at only 13 pounds on the transom.
Cool.
And now the one the bass world has come to know, the sleek, the aerodynamic, the Blade Edition, available in red, white, black, and blue, 8-foot deep, 10-foot deep, most aerodynamic, fastest power pole that we have to offer.
Good deal. Hey, everybody's seen these on all of our boats out on the water. Check them out, JL Marine Systems. Now let's go back fishing.
I don't even fish there for a second. You know, that's when you're fishing this real shallow water like that too. They get around those clumps of grass and everything. Yeah. I mean, you never know when one's gonna race up there and bite it. And they bite it and sit still, you know. And you got to jerk on a lot of that stuff, you know. You never know when you're.
Well, that's
one's just gonna smash it.
That's one thing with that swim bait. The top water today, we saw a couple times that it would just, I mean, but then you get those big explosions too. But the swim bait, it's almost like you have to, you almost have to.
Yeah, you know, it hits a clump of that grass and it stops. Uh-oh. Oh, dude, that's a good one. Dude, that's a good one. Sometimes it stops in a clump of grass like that and it pulls back.
And sometimes they hit you with 3 feet of line out beside the boat too. So.
I thought it was gonna be another little one. I looked down there. I was like, hey, look, you got one right by. Whoa!
But boy, hold on a second. Are you saying you thought it was gonna be another little one? I mean, are you saying I caught a bunch of little ones today or something?
I might be saying that. You redeemed yourself a little bit right here, though.
Man, this has been a good day.
What short line you stuck him? That's still another decent one. I mean, not a giant, but it's over 4.
Yeah, 4-pounder or better.
Finally got you around one. You know. That's pretty good fish, man.
What a trip.
What a there's a lot of them around here like that. That's fun, especially in July in Florida.
Yeah, it's
hot. You can still catch some good ones.
Good deal, man.
That's pretty good, son.
Man,
That's what it's supposed to sound like when one eats it right there.
that's top water action.
That's what it's supposed to sound like.
I knew you was gonna catch a good one on that top water before it was over. Still got him?
Well,
I see the line moving off to the right, so there's still a fish under all the grass. Look, he had a big old head.
it looked like it. I have no idea how big it is, but I know it's not one of them little guys. He's probably gonna freak out when he gets up, up here.
Once he realizes he's caught in that grass. It's a pretty good one.
He's in there. That's,
Oh yeah.
that's a little better what we're looking for.
You want to talk about choked?
That's
Look
how
at
they're
that.
supposed to eat that.
That is about a 5-inch top water.
Hey, gone.
Here, I'll get the pliers. Choked.
Yeah, I got that one. He wasn't getting off.
That thing is out of sight. There is a top water in there, I promise.
Yeah, he ate
Oh
that
yeah.
one. Now that's what we're looking for right there, boys.
Now that's
God, these are fun.
that's the Florida fish we're talking about.
Mouth on that thing.
That's the
Pretty.
Florida fish we're talking about. Not them little guys I've been catching. All right, the top water we're throwing here today, it's a BDT 120. It's one of the Board Ducket series top waters. This is kind of the spit and pop. It's this one's bone color. JT's throwing the shad pattern. It's, you know, that looks more like a brim. This looks more like the bone, but obviously, I mean, they catch fish when that thing's completely out of sight in 5-pounder's mouth.
We're demonstrating that right now. They catch them.
Yeah, so it's a lot of people like to fish top water because it's a visual bite, and I mean I like to catch them on anything. I don't care what it is we're catching them on, but top water, any kind of top water, when you can see that fish come up and eat it, it's pretty exciting.
That's why we choose B&M.
Castaic, the company that invented the swim bait lure category, introduces the most lifelike series of fishing lures on the market today. With jointed, paddle tail, and straight body designs, Castaic has it all. Castaic lures will entice the most stubborn fish to bite. Available in an array of sizes, shapes, and a multitude of colors, Castaic has the perfect lifelike lure for the job. So if you're ready to get your hands wet, pick up a Castaic lure today.
Bulldog rods feature a series of 12 rods designed by the best of the best in the industry. All the tools a serious bass fisherman would ever need. Whether you're a touring pro or a weekend warrior, these rods are for you. Each blank features Japanese Toray carbon fiber and gives these rods incredible feel, lightness, and power. With a no questions asked warranty, unmatched look, durability, and sensitivity that has to be felt to be believed, they are priced to sell, built to last. Bulldog rods, tough as a dog, that's no bull.
Today we're catching all of our fish really on 3 baits. We got 2 little swim baits and a top water. First one's this little reaction strike. It's a new bait for us this year. It's a reaction strike, chunky shad. Just kind of Texas rigging it, little bitty lightweight, you know, just basically a straight worm hook. The other one we're rigging exactly the same way. It's a Jerky J swim. It's a 5-inch version. Good little swim baits to pull over top of this hydrilla. The top water is also a new bait. It's a BDT 120. You know, it's a walking bait, but it's got a little chugger mouth on it. Really good little top water. Throwing everything on Vicious Pro Elite 20-pound line. Really good heavy line to fish this stuff on down here. And last but not least, the equipment that we're throwing it on is Bulldog Rod 7.6 heavy. It's a Duck It Fishing 7-to-1, 360 RB reel. Pretty good setup to come to Florida and have some fun.
Dude, that's a big one.
Giant.
No,
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I mean, what are you doing, JT? What was this a while ago I heard about? What a rookie move, man. I mean,
First time for everything.
hey, who sings that song?
Uh-huh. I was right there. Couldn't you pick up the melody?
Hey, could you change the lyrics to "This is the last time" for that thing?
God.
Uh-oh.
Wait a minute. There might be one left.
Let me get out of the way here.
Oh, dude, that's a good one.
Uh-oh. It's got a big head. Dude, you have big holding me all day long. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Oh, he's in the grass.
Uh-oh.
Ah, he's still on there. I can feel it. Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Here he comes. Yeah, baby. There's another good one.
Solid and the whole works. Look here, man. Look at that.
Dude, look at that. That's a good one right there.
I'm telling you what. I don't know. A lot of you guys know about Florida fishing, and a lot of you guys know about JT Kenney. A lot of you guys don't know
why
how
can't I hook
good.
him like that in a tournament?
Yeah. A lot of you guys don't know how good JT Kenney really is down here. Dude, that's the way to end the show right there.
Dude, that's a nice one. It's fun, man.
Hey, thanks for doing this with us.
Hey, I'm
man.
glad you come
Appreciate
down. I don't fish too much down here in the summertime, you know, and
Hey.
but guess what? They're still biting in the
They
summertime.
bite in the summertime, and they're pretty big ones too. So,
Look, he was
Good
trying
deal.
to get salad with. Dude, what a
Hey.
nice fish.
thanks again, man.
Awesome
I
time.
appreciate it.
Hey, anytime. Let's let her go.
Do it again.
Awesome,
Thanks,
bro.
bud.
Back to the grass. Cool as that.